The modern assessment cycle is usually described as having 5 main stages: initial assessment, planning, assessment activity, decision and feedback, and review. Let's look at each stage briefly. The cycle begins with the initial assessment. This happens before formal assessment starts and is used to understand the learner's starting point. You may review previous qualifications, discuss their experience, or use a short activity to check knowledge and skills. The initial assessment also helps identify support needs, barriers to learning, and any reasonable adjustments. Getting this stage right sets the foundation for the entire assessment process. Next is planning. This is where you and the learner agree on how the assessment will take place. You decide what evidence will be produced, which methods will be used, and when assessments will happen. Planning should always be a two-way process, ensuring the learner understands what's expected and feels involved. A clear plan helps prevent confusion later on. The third stage is assessment activity. This is where evidence is gathered. Depending on the qualification, this might include observation, written work, professional discussion, product evidence, or a combination of methods. Your role is to collect sufficient, appropriate evidence while keeping the process fair, supportive, and focused on the assessment criteria. Once evidence has been collected, you move to decision and feedback. Here, you assess the evidence against the criteria and make a professional judgment about competence. Decisions must be based on evidence only. You can then provide clear, constructive feedback, explain what has been achieved, what still needs work, and the next steps. Feedback should always be recorded to maintain a clear audit trail. The final stage is review. This is where you and the learner reflect on progress, update the assessment plan if needed, and decide whether further assessment is required. Review continues throughout the learner's journey until the qualification is completed. All 5 stages are connected. The assessment cycle is ongoing and helps ensure assessment remains structured, transparent, and fair from start to finish.